on Elder and Sanitation yesterday undertook a monitoring and evaluation exercise to establish the facts on the statements of progress made and substantively respond on the statements. Honorable members, I wish to inform the House that the Committee on Roads and Infrastructure members and the committee. Okay, next order.
Order number.
Okay, next order.
Order number 3, messages. Number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, papers.
Next order.
Order number 4, papers.
Honorable Kakuni, Public Accounts Committee. Honorable Kakuni, Public Accounts Committee on the Auditor General's report on the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Fund for the General's report on the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Fund for the year ended 30th June 2024.
Give a notice of motion on report on proposed transition.
The table of the document. Honorable Maina.
I already moved a motion, Honorable Speaker. 5B, which is a question that is directed to request for a statement of the County Executive Committee, whereas Article 179 vests the executive authority of the county, taking into account the resources allocated to the construction of roads and other road-related works, and alive to the serious nature of the deplorable on the state of roads in Nandi County. 2, the implementation status, if any, of the said. But I thank you all the same. I also have some other questions, 2 questions, Honorable Speaker, which I would like just to present accordingly. My citizens and government. And finally, values and principles to promote the values and principles of devolution and the Constitution. Improved understanding, appreciation, and engagement in the operationalization of the county system of government. Under Section 5.1 and 5.1, 2, and 3, Honorable Speaker, provides that the county governor shall promote Section 23.1 of this same act, the Nandi Public Participation and Civic Education Act, requires the county is expected to use the public forums as a means of getting feedback, Honorable Speaker. The county secretary is required to publish to request for the following key things. 1, the letter designating him as education sessions undertaken per unit. That is either the sub-county or ward level. The county secretary gives us information on this from 2022 onwards. So it is not just like maybe 2026. I would like him to give us, they said Dr. Sang was appointed in September 17, 2019, and the name was eligible. He is eligible to be reappointed. It was on this basis, Honorable Speaker, that I sought a response, and which I received and was successful. In which case, subsequently, they say Dr. Sang was reappointed. and shed light on the following key issues arising from his response. One, the framework, legal or otherwise, under which
I've cited a very long statement, but it's good because it is and Dr. Francis Sang to appear. So I think that should be also be told the office of the clerk. You make the communication that on the same day, and should not be, the time is sufficient. We should not be also having that any other complaint that we need also to have, we have enough time. Today is 25th. It is more than 3 weeks, so it's just a month. So let them respond to what is required. Honorable Pate, another statement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
On seeking your clarification, bearing in mind, Mr. Speaker, that we anticipate to adjourn until is it 5th May? Is it possible that that 22nd is going to be? But there was a blackout, was it? Oh, okay.
Honorable Mosby, you've asked a pertinent question, but I also read in the communication that it is not a plenary session. I said it is a committee, so we'll deal it because it's not a plenary. We'll not consider it as a special sitting, but it is a committee sitting, so we will do it on that particular day. Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for that clarification. Before I transact what I'm supposed to transact, I want to appreciate you in a special way. Your execution of duties today is on another level. And indeed, for the first time, you've clearly demonstrated that you need elevation. And I pray for you. That is, you've shown the seriousness that you can carry out your responsibilities when elevated to be an area member of parliament. Thank you. Mr. Speaker,
order, Mr. Speaker.
What is it, Honorable? You know, he was,
Mr. Speaker,
he was not just commending.
Commending, Mr. Speaker.
What is
I've heard Honorable Spade saying that
you're standing on what order, Honorable?
Point of order number 90, Honorable Speaker, accuracy of facts. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Beta has commended you that you've done tremendous works today, Honorable Speaker. Meaning that those other days, Mr. Speaker, you are relaxing on your seat. Mr. Speaker, I need him to clarify because, Mr. Speaker, this is a house of records, Mr. Speaker. They've said that you've done tremendous works today. How about the rest of the days, Mr. Speaker?
No, it was on a light note, Honorable. It was, you never minute what was it there. It was just by a comment.
Thank you.
Honorable Bate.
Thank you for protecting me, Mr. Speaker. You know, Honorable Edwin doesn't believe in my statement always, and my association with you. Mr. Speaker, I rise to seek statement on replacement of vacant positions of ECD teachers in Nandi County, and in particular, Kapchorwa Ward. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 45A1.
Request the office of the ICT to ensure that these are working to the end of this session.
Mr. Speaker,
these are working to the end of this session.
Mr. Speaker, we are offline. Oh, thank you. Sorry for the interruption. I rise to seek statement on replacement of vacant positions of ECT teachers in Nandi County, and particularly in Kapchorwa Ward. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 45A1, I arise to seek a statement from the chairperson of the Committee on Education and Vocational Training on the inordinate delay in the replacement of vacant early childhood development education teaching positions in Nandi County, and in particular at Moko Beach ECD Center, Kapchorwa Ward. Honorable Speaker, in Moko Beach ECD Center in Kapchorwa Ward, 2 dedicated ECD teachers, namely Ms. Eunice Kebenei and Ms. Sarah Chelimo, sadly passed away in April 2024 and October 2025, respectively. Since their demise, the County Department of Education has not recruited replacement for these critical positions. Honorable Speaker, this staffing vacuum has left the young learners at the center without ECD teachers employed by the county government. As a result, the children are being denied quality early childhood education, which forms the fundamental stage of basic education. This directly contravenes the fundamental rights enshrined in our Constitution and laws. Article 53(1)(p) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that every child has a right to free and compulsory education. The Basic Education Act of 2013, number 14 of 2013, which gives effect to this constitutional imperative, explicitly recognizes ECT, pre-primary education, as an integral part of basic education and places the responsibility of its provision on county governments, as outlined in Part 2 of the 4th Schedule to the Constitution. Furthermore, the Early Childhood Education Act 2021, number 3 of 2021, establishes a framework for the administration and management of early childhood education within counties, reinforcing the obligation to ensure adequate staffing and delivery of ECD services in public centers. Honorable Speaker, it is particularly concerning that budgetary allocations have been made specifically to cater for recruitment and replacement of ECD teachers, yet the positions remain unfilled for prolonged periods. Such delays cannot be justified and should not be allowed to persist indefinitely, as they compromise the education rights of our children and the long-term human capital development of the county. Honorable Speaker, I therefore request the chairperson to appraise this honorable house on the following. 1, the total number of vacant ECD teachers positions in Nandi County disregarded by cause including retirement, resignation, dismissal, death, or any other reason. 2, the specific reasons occasioning the delay in filling these vacant positions, particularly the case of Mogo Beach Center in Kapchorwa Ward. 3, the accountability of unpresent allocated funds for the position which have since fallen vacant in the financial years 2024-2025 and 2025-2026. The policy guidelines, regulations, or framework currently in place within county government guiding the recruitment and replacement of vacant ECD teachers. The concrete measures, that is number 5, Mr. Speaker, the concrete measures being undertaken by the county executive member for education, together with the clear timelines to fill all vacant positions countywide and to prevent future delays in replacement. Honorable Speaker, the timely recruitment of ECD teachers is not merely an administrative duty, but a constitutional and legal imperative, as well as moral obligation to secure the future of our children. I look forward to a comprehensive and urgent response from the chairperson. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Bett. The chairperson on education. Yes, one member.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity so that I can respond on the statement sought by Honorable Bett, Member of County Assembly, Kapchorwa Ward. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I could wish Honorable Speaker, because that issue concerning the replacement of the ECD teachers across, not only in Kapchorwa, but across the 30 wards in the county of Nandi, Honorable Speaker, I could wish, because as a department we've deliberated on some issues concerning the issue of the replacement of the ECDs.
Yes, Honorable Maina.
On statement of fact, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Maina.
The Honorable Speaker, in his address, he says, as a department. He makes that statement that as a department.
You know, he's not a member of executive. He's not, you are not, I say, as a department, you say as a member of the county
Thank
assembly.
you, Mr. Speaker,
can he-
as
can
a
he
committee
withdraw- can he
department of
withdraw,
education,
Honorable
Mr.
You,
Speaker.
you withdraw that, as you know, you are not working in the executive side.
okay,
You are responding on this.
Well guided, Honorable Speaker, Mr. Speaker, as a Department of Education in the flow of the House, Honorable Speaker,
As a chair.
as a chair of the Department
Yeah,
of
you know,
Education,
yeah.
Mr. Speaker, as a chair of the department committee on this Honorable House, Honorable Speaker, I want to say that I could request that you give us 14 days. We'll give a response to this Honorable House.
As the chair, not as a department. You know, executive are talking as a department, you are talking as a chair of education in the county assembly.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Honorable Mosby, before I...
before you make your ruling, Mr. Speaker, I want to appreciate, much as I'm a member of the Committee of Education, I want to appreciate the statement sought by Honorable Bates. And, you know, Mr. Speaker, the vacancies that have arisen from our various wards, some of the vacancies have been filled through unprocedural transfers, Mr. Speaker. So that a vacancy as a result of retirement, say, of a teacher in my Mosombor ECD Center, a teacher in Kaptumo ECD Center, a death of a teacher in Kipchawat or Kapso ECD Center, Mr. Speaker, some of those vacancies have been filled through transfers, which...
Honorable Mosby,
Yes,
you
Mr.
are,
Speaker.
you are out of order because we want the chairman to respond from the statement from Honorable Pate. And that is now the time we'll debate from the response from the department. And if you are not satisfied with the statement, you also have, you seek your statement independently. Because it does not affect one ward, it is a countywide. But if you know that the procedure is that we are waiting for the statement from Honorable Pate. And if you are not contented, you will also ask the same statement and you will be responded to.
Well guided, Mr. Speaker, but all I wanted, Mr. Speaker, is for our able chairman to take note so that as he seeks the statement...
Mr. Speaker, Honorable
Honorable Chairman, Edwin, wait, and then he completes, and then I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Let him finish what he is.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted, so that the matter is dealt with once and for all, Mr. Speaker. I wanted, or rather, my request was so that the chairman can take note, so that in his conversation with the CEC,
fair enough, Honorable.
such a matter can also be addressed. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Speaker.
thank you. Fair enough. Honorable Korir, Honorable Kimboy.
Okay, thank you for that directive, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Mosby is a member of the Department of Education. If there is any issue in the Committee of Education, if there is any issue concerning the Committee of Education, we could do it at the committee level before we come to the floor of the Honorable House, this Honorable House, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable,
thank you.
Honorable Kimboy and Honorable Mosby, you are the chairman or you are the members of the third committee. And Honorable Beta saw the statement regarding Kapchorwa Ward and entire county. Now it is you. If the members of the committee you will not be able to respond, we will take another direction that this one will come to general oversight after you have responded to this. If you will not have the satisfactory, we will have to have the committee of theologians. So I'll now give you 1 month so that you respond. As we finish the other part, we'll give you 1 month so that you will come and speak entirely and conclusively so that we can wind up. Thank you. Honorable
Speaker, I wish to seek your indulgence, considering what the ruling you made earlier, that Dr. Bureti comes to answer the question answered us today. There was another question. Could we amalgamate, Honorable Speaker, so that when he comes here, he answers all the questions on that day? Because I do realize that he must be a busy person, and we do not wish to keep calling him here subsequently. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, thank you, honorable members and honorable Maina, for that concern. We've talked about general committee, that all the general committee, the infrastructure, the administration, and the county secretary to appear on 22nd. And this one because it has never been, maybe the chairman of the committee on education will seek the statement from the Department of Education. That's why I've given you 1 month so that you will come and respond before we invite the CEC and the CEOs to come and answer the question of the general oversight. So I've given you 1 month, the chairman, to do it conclusively on the issue of the ECD because it is across the world that we have problems. So, chairman, we have given you 1 month to give the final report on the said asked by honorable. And I know members have issues on the same. So you come and ask, and you deal with your committee. If the chairman, your committee will not be able to do it, we will have it on the General Oversight Committee, and the members will come and ask a question after you have answered us after 1 month. Chairman?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I thank you for the direction you've given us as a committee. But I could request, Honorable Speaker, for your intelligence, Honorable Speaker, that because I know, I had said earlier that as a department, as a committee, we had requested.
Now, Honorable Edwin, why are you talking as a, are you working in executive or you are working in the county? As a committee.
As a committee, Honorable Speaker, I've said as a committee.
When you talk about the department, it is the executive to come and say as a department.
No,
you say as a chair of the committee.
I've said, Honorable Speaker, as a committee, we had requested the statement from the department way back. The reason I'm saying this is, Honorable Speaker, because I know there is a game play, because on 22nd, the Department of Administration, whereby the public service board is domiciled under the administration, together with the county secretary who is in charge of all the workers across the county, because they are appearing before this assembly on 22nd, I could wish that, Honorable Speaker, you give us the 14 days so that all the questions and response will be given. If it is something that is supposed to be asked on 22nd, the county secretary will be here and the administration also will be here, Honorable Speaker. I'm saying that if you give us 1 month, Honorable Speaker, we are delaying tactics, Honorable Speaker. Give us 14 days and we'll give you the feedback.
Now, Chairman, do you want to lie to the House? I've said on 22nd, we'll have the General Committee on Oversight. Since then, because Honorable Mosbe has preempted that we might be having a short recess, that's the time that I said after 22nd now, the time that we'll have the plenary, you will now come and respond. And then I said like that, Honorable Member. So I think that is how we are supposed to. But the statement from now, you need to seek the statement, you write to the committee, and then by that time you'll come to respond after we have done with the Committee of the General Oversight.
Point of information.
Okay, before the point of order, honorable members, honorable, because this one is a different department, honorable members and the chair, we have a statement that was being asked by Honorable Isaiah Minor, CECM, on CCM education and vocational training. The question on ECD, on the functions of the county government. That was asked by Honorable. But it also been appear before the General Oversight Committee after submission of the information. So I've also directed that on the 22nd, we deal with the General Oversight Committee on the 4th, so that we both, in fact, it has now, your statement has now superseded the statement of the chair. So on the 22nd, we will deal with all general oversight. If it is from morning to the evening, we will do it, honorable members, even if it is from the midnight. Thank you, honorable members. So on the 22nd, we will also have the CCM in charge of education to appear. It is now the clerk of the county assembly to prepare the schedule so that we can send them the other one to appear in the morning and the other one to appear in the afternoon, so that we can dispense on that particular 22nd so that we can have other activities. Thank you, honorable members. Honorable, I think Honorable Bett,
Mr. Speaker,
I think that is fair enough.
Mr. Speaker, some kind of clarification. You've raised a very pertinent issue that the chair education actually addressed, even though you seem to have not taken into consideration. He said, as you requested the Department of Education to give response on this vacant position, he is kindly requesting that the department should come alongside Public Service Board and the County Secretary. Mr. Speaker, critically looking at this issue, there is push and pull between the Department of Education and the board, Nandi County Public Service Board. And I'm kindly requesting, as the chair asked, that they should come alongside, so that if we are to get a resolution, there is no push and pull that let us go and seek concurrence from the department, from the Nandi County Public Service Board. I think that would be ideal, and it can give a conclusive response on the whole matter.
Thank you, Honorable Bett Aikonga, but what I wanted to say is that I wish that let them come and answer their department. If there is a problem with the Public Service Board, it is our responsibility now to have the Public Service Board to appear, so that they will appear them in person, so that they will come and answer the question that had been raised by the Education Department. I think Honorable
Chair, Honorable Speaker.
What is it, Honorable Gimboy?
Honorable Speaker, as a chair of the Department of Education, together with my colleagues, Honorable Committee members, Honorable Speaker, we've sought the statement from the executive, the Department of Education, Honorable Speaker. We have response not once, not twice, and they are directing our response to the Public Service Board, Honorable Speaker. So, meaning that if you go to the answer of the answer of this County Assembly, Honorable Speaker, we have sought not once, not twice, Honorable Speaker, and we've not given the department has given us the response they are waiting from the Public Service Board, Honorable Speaker. So I was supporting what the Honorable member said.
Honorable Kimpoy, the statement sought by Honorable Bett was asking the chairperson and the Holders Committee. And I've received also the information that Honorable Saya Maina is also a statement that the department to appear on the general oversight. So if the department will come and shift the blames to the Public Service Board, because we have issues, it is not only the Department of Education that has issues with the Public Service Board. It is our responsibility now from then to summon the Public Service Board. We are there to do that. So on 22nd, let them appear on the General Oversight Committee. And then after the response, and Honorable Kimboy, it is as if you are protecting your department and there are a lot of messes.
Honorable Speaker, I'm not protecting the department. The reason we are inviting them to appear before us, Honorable Speaker, the statement that was sought by Honorable Maina, this is a house of records and order, Honorable Speaker. I responded. It is here that I responded. I gave out the report that the Honorable Maina sought on this Honorable House, Honorable Speaker.
Let me, Honorable Kimboy, Honorable Shangu, Honorable Maina responded to a statement from you. And if Honorable Shangu feel that the question, the answer that you give was not satisfactory, no, Honorable, you are not going to that direction. Why are you, we are not defending any member to appear here. So let them appear, the Honorable Shangu to come and most of the questions, that's the general oversight, will allow the members to ask the question concerning their various wards. So on 22nd, I've given direction that the office of the clerk to facilitate the infrastructure, administration, education, and the county secretary to appear in person without fail. Honorable
Chair, just a point of clarification, because we want to make sure that we understand exactly what will happen. And since you're in this mood, we love this mood. I even want to second Honorable from Kapchorwa. Honorable Chair, we have so many statements that were sought in this house that were not answered. Can you also direct that day we set aside that day, that those statements that have not been answered from the committees or they're being lagged behind, that you summon the CECs of those groups, because now the committees has failed or the chair failed to submit answers to this house. They can come on that day and we can clear this house. I also want to echo the chair for education. Honorable Chair, you can just indulge us. Just use your order number 1. Indulge us and allow the Public Service Board to come here, because we have questions even in the department, in the Committee of Justice, about the employees that can be sorted that day. So we're asking for your indulgence, Honorable Chair, so that you just indulge what the chairman is requesting, so that we don't come again and redo and order other people to come in. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Kagoni, you are in order, but I think on that particular day, we will not be able to clear with the statement. And also, you are aware that the statement that we asked here is that the members will answer when we are in plenary. And I read it, honorable members,
Chair,
Tata.
please. Chair.
Order, Kagoni. I said that the General Supervision Committee, the General Supervision is a committee of the whole house, but not a plenary session. So this rule is also applicable to all committees. So I think also members will set a date that we are going for the purpose of the statement that we have sought, because on that particular, and it is not a plenary session. So let us dispense the General Supervision Committee on 22nd, and then we set a statement that all statements that have been sought, we have a date so that we can come and answer all the statements that has been sought and have not been answered. So let us also go abide by that so that we can make progress. Thank you, members. These statements has become, in fact, it also became a motion. But
Mr. Speaker, sir, I have one question only.
What is it, honorable? You know, honorable members, we are not talking about the question. You are questioning who, honorable.
This is the only, your guidance, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yes, honorable. Let me give you understanding order number 1 so that we can move.
Thank you, thank you.
But it is not in order because you have quoted the statement.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for awarding me this chance. I request, because on the matters on Public Service Board, that one I request the Honorable House that we set a day specific for that day. If you have to dispense all the matters of that Public Service Board, I request with your direction, when we will be dealing the matters of Public Service Board, let's set a specific day, because there are so many questions and so many things that should be dealt within that department. That's my plea, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. I think honorable members on onset, I said let us have the no oversight on 22nd, and then because we have a number of issues on the Public Service Board, we have a date that we are going to meet with the public to answer all the questions or to ask them as from the department. Because when you ask the others, they say we get the statement, we get the response from the Public Service Board. So let us collect information. And if the Public Service Board will be implicated, we'll now have an opportunity to have them here so that they will come and answer what is being asked by the members and the members from the department. So I think let us rest at that place. Let us also move to the next order so that we can make progress.
Order number 8, motion.
Honorable Mosby.
Mr. Speaker, before I move my motion, you know, apparently, Mr. Speaker, members are taking advantage of your acquisition of power, you know, as the leader of the leader of ODM, party leader of ODM usually says, it is the power, Mr. Speaker. It was your power that had gone down, and I'm among those who've enjoyed. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move a motion that this House adopts our report on the proposed transition to paperless legislative system. And Mr. Speaker, this report was properly adopted by our committee, and there we've attached minutes for its adoption, and as the chair of the committee, I've signed, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is important again, because I remember when I presented our inaugural report in this House, some of the members seem not to understand our role. So let me today, I will not skip on our establishment, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Select Committee on ICT and House Broadcasting is established pursuant to provisions of Standing Order 193 under the provisions of Standing Order 193, which includes A, consider and report on all matters relating to the information, communication, and technology. B, broadcasting of county assembly proceedings. C, assess and analyze assembly information released to the public by the media. And D, make reports and recommendations to the House on regular basis, including proposed legislation on all matters relating to broadcasting of county assembly and matters related hereto. And it is on this basis, Mr. Speaker, today, the basis number D, that we are bringing this report. Committee membership, I'm the chairman, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Pamela Chebichi is the vice chairperson. Honorable Ezra Rotich is a member. Honorable Eliud Kirwa Maindi is a member. Stancy Chepkemoi is a member. Honorable Joan Jebet is also a member. And Honorable Richard Bate, Mr. Speaker. Acknowledgement, Mr. Speaker. The committee acknowledges the offices of the Speaker, the clerk, and all all those people who worked with us, and I've signed that acknowledgement, Mr. Speaker. Affirmation and approval, Mr. Speaker. All the 7 members, that is 100% of membership, have affirmed and approved the report, and you can see it from the signatures of the 7 members, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, legal framework for legislature. Honorable Speaker, the transition to paperless legislative system is founded on the following. 1, Constitution of Kenya 2010, Article 35, access to information, and Article 31, right to privacy, form the bedrock. A paperless system must ensure citizens access digital records while protecting member of county assembly and staff data. County Governments Act 2012, specifically Section 91, which requires counties to establish modalities and platforms for citizen participation. A paperless assembly fulfills this by providing digital Hansards and live streaming proceedings. Another basis is on Nandi County Public Participation and Civic Education Act 2021, mandates the establishment of modalities and platforms for citizen engagement. In paperless context, this legalizes electronic notices instead of only relying on physical posters at ward offices. The Act allows for digital notifications. A paperless assembly uses these to push order papers and bill summarizes via SMS and Nandi County website and Nandi chatbot. Virtual citizen fora, Section 14. While physical barazas are traditional, the Act's broad definition of fora supports the inclusion of virtual town halls and digital platforms like the Open Data Desk as legally recognized spaces for collecting public views. And then digital submission for memoranda, section 20 of our of the Act. The transition allows the Assembly to move away from physical written submissions under Act as memorandum submitted via an official web portal and email carries the same legal weight as hand-delivered letter. Another aspect is the Data Protection Act 2019. This is a critical for the institutional side. Any paperless system like automated HR or payroll system must comply with the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner, ODPC, guidelines regarding the storage of personal data. And then bottom-up economic transformative agenda, BETA, digital superhighway pillar, envisions target is the automation of 80% of government services. A paperless Nandi County Assembly is essentially the legislative wing of the national goal. When the Assembly adopts electronic voting, digital portals for bills and automated public memoranda, it is plugging into the e-citizen philosophy. Another aspect is the Nandi County Assembly Strategic Plan 2024-2028. The proposed paperless legislative system is direct implementation of Nandi County Assembly Strategic Plan of 2024-2028, specifically under the pillar of digital transformation. This framework provides the policy legitimacy required for the committee to recommend the procurement and adoption of digital legislative tools, ensuring alignment with the Assembly long-term vision of smart parliament. Now, features of paperless county assembly. The digital chamber infrastructure. This is physical and software core where the actual debating and lawmaking happen. Virtual attendance, you have membership portals, tablets. Each MCA has secure device preloaded with order paper, bills, motions, and committee reports. This eliminates the need for sergeant-at-arms and table clerks to distribute hundreds of printed booklets. Digital clock and request to speak system managed by the speaker to track the debate time and manage the queue of members wishing to contribute, ensuring order without physical paper queues. 4.2, the committee management system. This is a specialized software designed specifically for the committee environment. It replaces the heavy physical committee folders, electronic agendas. The committee clerk creates and circulates meeting agendas digitally. MCAs receive a notification on their tablets instantly, allowing them to review the agenda before the meeting. Number 2, version control for the bills. When committee is doing close by close scrutiny of bills, the CMS ensures every member is looking at the same version. Amendments made during the meeting are tracked in real time, preventing which version is this confusion. Number 3, attendance tracking. Biometric or digital check-ins ensure the quorum is automatically calculated and displayed as required by the Nandi County Assembly standing orders. 4, digital evidence and witness management committees often call witnesses or request documents from County Executive Committee, that is the CECMs. Mr. Speaker, the good aspects of this paperless system need not to be overemphasized, Mr. Speaker. I urge the honorable members to have a look at them. They're quite a number. And then 4.3, document workflow management. This engine room where legislative documents are created, edited, and archived. So a member can access that at their own wish. Public participation outreach. These components bridges the gap between the assembly and the bottom-up better stakeholders, Mr. Speaker. So when we go paperless and we pass this, it will allow citizens engagement portal, public gallery and satellite screen displays, mobile integration, that is SMS, USSD, for citizens in Nandi who may not have high-end smartphones, allowing them to track bill progress or receive meeting alerts via basic mobile features. We have the administrative support systems therein. We have also electronic government procurement, EGP. The electronic procurement is no longer just an option. It has become a mandatory national requirement as from July 1, 2025. With the county assembly already transitioned, EGP comes with features like zero paper sourcing, encrypted digital tender boxes, electronic evaluation, and so on. Mr. Speaker, we did sufficient stakeholder participation, and the data is there. We have the pie charts, we have the bar graphs to show the responses from the members. So I wish that could be projected, but because we have the copies, Mr. Speaker, I'll urge the honorable members to have a look at them and move with us as a committee. We have very detailed. We've even gone ahead, Mr. Speaker, which I think no other committee has ever done this, to post to you a sample questionnaire. And it is from that we have the committee findings. The committee findings. It is from that questionnaire and that public participation, quote unquote, that we have those findings. We have about, we have 7 findings, and I'll simply go to the aspect of recommendations so that I finish, Mr. Speaker. First, implementation with dual system. The committee recommends 6-month transition period, during which both paper-based and digital systems run concurrently. This phased rollout addresses the 58% of respondents who requested a structured transition window, ensuring that the House business remains undisrupted as members of staff adjust. A printer on standby policy should be maintained for the initial 3 months to support the 26% of stakeholders who expressed initial hesitation regarding an immediate 100% digital break. Number 2, standardized provision of high-end mobile hardware. To meet the clear preference of 51% of the assembly, the committee recommends procurement of high specification tablets, e.g. iPads or Samsung Galaxy Tabs, for all members of the county assembly. These devices must be equipped with offline fast software capabilities to directly address the top concern of 54% of respondents regarding potential system downtime, and the 86% mandate of system to remain functional without consistent internet connection. Number three, recommendation number three, mandatory comprehensive capacity building. Recognizing 100% willingness of stakeholders to participate in professional development, the committee recommends the immediate scheduling of mandatory 5-day digital literacy systems use program. This training must extend beyond basic tablet navigation to include secure document handling, digital signatures, and navigation of integrated committee management system. This will empower 56% of members who currently rate themselves as highly proficient to act on digital champions for their peers. Recommendation number 4, integration of ward-level digital public participation. To fulfill the Nandi County Civic Education and Public Participation Act, the committee recommends the deployment of synchronized tablets at the ward level. This strategic move will resolve the current administrative bottleneck where 63% of the staff find manual summarization of public views hard to manage by allowing constituent views to be uploaded real-time to the assembly database. This recommendation directly supports the bottom-up economic transformation agenda better. And then we have the legal realignment of standing orders. Our standing orders will have to be realigned. Number 6, development of comprehensive digital legislative policy. And when that comes now, because we are moving away to it, we have to have that legal digital legislative policy. Now, digital readiness assessment survey. So the survey is there. We have the sample questionnaire, as I said, and it is one that we concluded. Now, we have the technical readiness preferences, workflow, and efficiency. Those are we have the current challenges. And so basically, that's a sample questionnaire that we posted and members responded to it. There was the question on the reliability, there was the question on public participation and outreach, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, we have the annexures of the report on proposed transition of legislative system, which I don't wish to go through them because they are attached in the report. Mr. Speaker, may I now ask a member of this committee, Honorable Richard Bate, to second.
Thank you, Honorable Mosbe, and the second Honorable Bate. Now, honorable members, I now propose that this House adopts the report of the ICT and House Broadcasting Committee report on proposed transition of paperless legislative system laid on the table of this House on 25th March 2026. Honorable members, the floor is open for discussion. Honorable Maina.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. And I must, at the onset, thank the chairman for a report that I must say is timely and necessary. And it will go a long way if we were to adopt all the measures that the committee is proposing. Honorable Speaker, I take note that when we arrived somewhere around September 2022, it was my considered opinion that probably by now we would already be using the ultra-modern premise just next to us, Honorable Speaker. But alas, after all this time, I think there is a very serious possibility that we might leave without ever using the ultra-modern premise. I also notice, Honorable Speaker, that for one reason or other, a power outage now has the power, if I was to rely on the power that the chair was referring to temporarily adjourn this House, Honorable Speaker, from time to time. Like today, I think it has done it twice. Interruption. And you know, when you look at that, and considering the ambitions we have, I like them. I think they should have been there long, probably even when we came. But I would like to urge this House, Honorable Speaker, that all of us, we can only succeed if we become and stay committed to the high standards that the chair is proposing. So whereas it's easy to say, and I do not wish that we become that kind of a house where we just say things, we discuss things, and they are very nice, they are very flowery. Like, Honorable Speaker, you remember when we got here, I think there was some money in the budget for the the structure I'm talking about. Suddenly, there is a way in which probably it's no longer in the budget. I don't think anybody is considering to finish it. And the reason why, Honorable Speaker, I'm referring to that structure, I think if we were there would be a very big likelihood for us to achieve quite a bit of what the chairman is proposing. In fact, as he was presenting, I started getting the feeling that maybe we should also include a small docket of infrastructure within the assembly for that purpose and give it to him, so that, and the committee, of course, so that they can push for the completion of this structure here, which I believe is a travesty even to the people of Nandi, because having spent so much and for so little, that the money is just sitting there. So, Honorable Speaker, I think this is a good spirit. Nandi County deserves to have an assembly that is digital. We cannot avoid that because this is the 21st century. We must, as of necessity, have these things. There's only also one small catch, Honorable Speaker, which I think the House maybe will look at it. Normally, Honorable Speaker, if there are some financial implications to a report, it should, as of necessity, include a concurrence from the authorized officer that such a budget is available. So I have heard him talking about top-end gadgets, Honorable Speaker, to be acquired. And he even goes ahead to suspiciously mention Samsung by name, Honorable Speaker. He's almost single sourcing that particular item. And so it just kind of, I'm lost as to whether this assembly has got the budget, because the power of making this decision, once we adopt the report, it means it has got the force of law. Somebody must act on it. But supposing they do not have the money, what would happen? Then we would have been acting in futility. And this House should not act that way. So I would like to implore the chairman that since this is very timely, and I would like to be an owner of these gadgets, and probably maybe they should also be, Honorable Speaker, a requirement that these gadgets are to be probably used within the premises only, so that I don't know, because I have a feeling that this is a very, is a document that is being used for parliamentary purposes. Then it shouldn't be used for other things, like doing the Facebook and what have you, Honorable Speaker. I get the feeling that there should be more that should go into this, but it is really nice, and I hope that everybody, the Speaker, the committees, and all that are concerned, that if right now we were having challenges with the papers, I wonder what would happen if everything then suddenly was digital. Somebody might be forgiven for thinking that there is no business in their house. So there is a lot of change that is supposed to happen, which is akin to being born again and being rededicated to the work, that the high calling that all of us are brought in here. So with those many remarks, Honorable Speaker, I wish to support this report and the measures that the ABLE committee is proposing for this House. But I would like to add that for it to see the light of day, for it to succeed, there are two conditions. One, the completion of the ultra-modern one, the ultra-modern house over here, and also the commitment of all members. And I think that way we will succeed. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I support.
Thank you, Honorable Maina. Honorable Kagoni.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Let me congratulate the committee for a job well done. And I will just start on the onset to actually second what the member of Lesos was stating, that the budgetary implication on what is proposed in this motion is what is going to make the ICT report just useless. It's great that we want all these gadgets, but since they're members of the CAF, maybe they can lobby SRC to add us more funding so that we can be able to do all these things that we want. We want digital, we want AI, we want the good and the better, because we are going into ultra-modern, like the member said, ultra-modern and ultra-digital world. We hope, and I really wish that the service board committees who are here so they can shed some light on what the cost variation will be for this to be accomplished. But it's a great initiative for the committee. We support. I hope that the committee can be given funds, and I want to urge the chair, because they're best friends with the members of the public service board, the assembly service board, so that they put it on budget and it can be implemented as soon as possible. Putting in mind that also when we're in Nairobi, the president put some things on the budget. That should come first before this one. So members of the committee, talk to your friends in the service board, tell them about this motion, tell them where you want to go, and ensure that it's on the budget, because this motion, unless there is budget that goes with it, then we're not going to see the light of it. But I support. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Hassan. Chairman, right of reply.
Mr. Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to support the members for supporting this proposal, this report, these intended changes. And this was seen, Mr. Speaker, in the digital survey that we shared with members and the staff of this assembly. So, Mr. Speaker, when you have such overwhelming support, it is the joy of the committee to thank everyone else and pray and hope that these progressive proposals towards moving away from the wasteful paper system, the system that does not give you the opportunity to look at some of the things that you would be looking at when a member is even sharing, or a member is moving documents and all that. So, Mr. Speaker, I just want to thank the honorable members for this support. And we as a committee, I thank the members of that committee, and I urge the members to support this report once again. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Clerk, kindly confirm whether we have quorum.
Point of order, clarification, Chair. When the chair is there, he's usually blind to everything. I don't know where you're going, Chair. Just a suggestion.
Sorry?
Chair is always blind, Honorable Chair.
Okay, maybe at this particular time of putting the question on voting, you can't be blind. And I think I have a good vision. It's just a matter of confirming whether we have quorum. You seem to be suspicious.
Speaker, quorum is not present.
Kindly, Sergeant at Arms, kindly ring the bell for 10 minutes.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is now present.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Clerk. Honorable members, I now wish to put the question that this House adopts the report of ICT and House Broadcasting Committee report on the proposed transition to paperless legislative system laid on the table of the House on the 25th March 2026. Will as many of the similar opinions say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, motion.
Honorable Hassan.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. I'd like to move a motion that this House adopts a report on the Public Accounts Committee report on the Auditor General report on the Nandi County Alcohol Drinks Control Funds for the year ending 30 June 2024. Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the County Public Accounts Committee and pursuant to the provisions of the Standing Orders 1882, it is my pleasant privilege and honor to present before this House the report of the County Public Accounts Committee on the consideration of the Auditor General report on Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Funds for the year ending 30 June 2024. Honorable Speaker, the committee wishes to thank the Office of the Speaker and the Clerk of the County Assembly for the support the two officers have always extended to the committee. It is through this support that the committee has been able to effectively fulfill its legal mandate. The committee is largely indebted to all members of the county, the accounting officer of the county executive for their cooperation, and all stakeholders who participated and gave inputs to the development of this report. More so, the committee extends its gratitude to the committee clerk and the legal for the tireless support they accorded the committee during this entire process. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is therefore my pleasant duty on behalf of the Public Accounts Committee to table this report and recommend it to the House for adoption. Members of the committee signed the report, Honorable Speaker. We have the guiding principles that guide the committee in their work. Honorable Speaker, allow me to go directly to the auditor report. The committee reviewed the following queries cited on the basis of the qualified opinion according to the Auditor General findings. One, it was lack of trial balance, emphasis on the budgetary control and performance measures, accounting submissions, and the report on the lawfulness and the effectiveness in the use of public resources. Honorable Speaker, the committee had recommendations for this report, which directed the accounting officers to ensure the fund is formally included in the county internal audit and annual work plan. The accounting officer should act within 30 days after the adoption of the report of this House. The accounting officer should also strengthen coordination by appointing a liaison officer between the directorate and the county internal audit unit. The county directs the fund manager to submit quarterly internal audit status reports confirming coverage and implementation of recommendations. The first report should be submitted within 90 days after the adoption of this report to the House. Therefore, thereafter quarterly, pursuant to the provisions of Section 3.1 of the Public Audit Act of 2015. There was also lack of strategic plan. Review of the fund's records indicated that Nandi County Alcohol Drinks Control Fund had not established a strategic plan in line with Section 32 of the Public Finance Management Act of 2015, which states that the budget proposal shall be supported by the county government entity strategic plan. In circumstances, the fund effectiveness of internal control and risk management is not assured in the absence of strategic plan, and the fund may have methodologically for executing the long-term plans. The committee recommendations, Honorable Speaker, directs that the accounting officer complete and approve a formal adopt the strategic plan in line with statutory requirements within 60 days of the House adopting this report. A copy of the approved strategic plan should therefore be submitted to the Oversight Committee and the Office of the Auditor General to facilitate closure of the audit issue pursuant to the provisions of Section 3.1 of the Public Audit Act of 2015. Honorable Speaker, conclusion, considering the findings and deliberations of the committee unanimously recommends that this House adopts the report of the Public Accounts Committee on the Auditor General report on Nandi County Alcohol Drinks Fund for the year ending 30 June 2024. This House resolved that recommendations contained herein be implemented without delay, and that the specific timeline stipulated must be strictly adhered to. The committee underscores that compliance with this timeline is not optional, but statutory and governance obligation. Timely reconciliation of accounts, establishment of rehabilitation facilities, enactment of governance structures, completion of strategic plan, and instituting of internal audit reviews are essential to safeguard public resources and ensure effective service delivery to the people of Nandi County. The committee further directs that the responsible officers submit periodic progress reports to the County Assembly and the Office of the Auditor General, confirming the status of implementation within the prescribed deadlines. Strict adherence to these timelines will serve as a deterrent against future lapses, reinforce accountability, and guarantee that Alcohol Drinks Control Fund fulfill its intended mandate of promoting public health, order, and responsible financial management. Honorable Speaker, we have minutes attached to this for the committee that held the meeting, and we ask that this House adopts the vote. I want to call upon Honorable Sarah to second.
Thank you, Honorable Hassan, for the movement of that motion, and thereby seconded by Honorable Sarah. Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose that this House adopts the report of Public Accounts Committee report on the Auditor General report on the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Funds for the year ended 30th June 2025, laid on the table of the House on the 25th March 2026. Honorable members, let's discuss. Honorable Charbey.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to commend the committee for a wonderful report as taken by the learned friend, Honorable Hassan. Honorable Speaker, I think the report is as clear as day and night, and he has elaborated it very well, Mr. Speaker. And because we still have a lot of businesses, I would have talked a lot, Mr. Speaker, but we want to request you to put the question. And I asked the Honorable Member for Kaptel Gamoya to second me, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I second.
Thank you. I now wish to put the question that this House adopts the report of Public Accounts Committee report on the Auditor General report on the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Funds for the year ended 30th June 2025, laid on the table of the House on the 25th March 2026. Will as many of the similar opinions say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 10, motion.
Honorable Speaker, I was waiting for you to call upon me, but you
Okay. Chairman, welcome. Honorable Isaiah.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to move a motion that this House adopts the report on Implementation Committee on the status of Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Act 2025 and the Nandi Investment and Development Promotion Act 2025 laid on the table of this House on March 17, 2026. Honorable Speaker, I would like from the onset to just start by highlighting some of the key functions or the mandate of this committee. The Select Committee on Implementation, Honorable Speaker, is established under the Standing Order 192-2 of the Nandi Standing Orders, Nandi County Assembly Standing Orders. The committee is charged with the responsibility of scrutinizing resolutions of the Assembly including adopted bills and petitions and undertakings given by the County Executive Committee, and examine whether or not such decisions and undertakings have been implemented to the extent which they may have been, implemented, and whether such implementation has taken place within the minimum time necessary. So it is on this spirit, Honorable Speaker, that the committee undertook to look at these two acts that we are talking about. And I would like to say, first of all, the committee membership is comprised of I, the chair, the Honorable Sarah, who is the vice chair, Honorable John Bitok, member, Honorable Joan Jebet, member, Honorable Ezra Rotich, member, Honorable Edwin Korir, member, and Honorable Nicholas, member. Nicholas Kemboy. All of us have appended our signatures, and this report contains the minutes, Honorable Speaker, and the discussions that took place on the various dates, even when the said CCM was interviewed concerning the status of implementation of the two acts that this House passed, Honorable Speaker. I therefore feel privileged to present on behalf of the committee this report, which is important and timely, Honorable Speaker, considering that it just follows from when the chairman of PAC has just given us a report, an audit report on a number of things regarding funds that are related to the control of alcoholic beverages, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the committee findings, I'll go directly to the committee findings. Honorable Speaker, the CCM informed the Nandi County, informed the committee that the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks and the Nandi County Investment and Development Promotion Act have not been gazetted and are currently at the government printer awaiting gazettement. However, Honorable Speaker, the CCM could not supply and was not in a position to supply the committee with evidence to that effect. And he mentioned that due to pending disputes and status quo, courts order some traders are operating without paying license fees to the county treasury, causing significant loss of on-source revenue. The County Liquor Licensing and Control Directorate has not been operationalized, despite the act being passed in September 2025. The department has failed to appoint the board and management committee for the Investment and Development Promotion Act. And the CCM cited the delay in gazettement as the reason. So, Honorable Speaker, cognizant that the County Executive Committee member for Trade, Investment and Industrialization failed to provide documentary proof to support the claim that the acts have been forwarded to the government printer for gazettement and subsequent operationalization, and further aware that Section 27(3)(g) of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act provides that any person who willfully furnishes a county assembly or its committee with information which are false or misleading commits an offense. The committee notes that claiming that the bills are with the government printer and without providing supporting documentation is an excuse for delayed operationalization and may be construed as providing misleading information. The committee therefore recommends that the CCM should, within 14 days of the adoption of this report, within 14 days, gazette and submit the operationalization progress. This word seems to be a bit difficult sometimes. For both acts. Should the CCM fail to provide the requested proof or continue the delay implementation, the committee proposes the following sanctions as per the County Government Act. One, that the Department of Finance, that the Finance and Appropriation Committee suspends any further funding to the trade development and investment promotion budget lines until the respective boards are legally constituted and gazetted. Two, if gazettement or its proof therefore and operationalization is not provided within 14 days of the adoption of this report, the committee recommends to the House that the governor exercises his powers under Section 31A of the County Government Act against the County Executive Committee member. So these are the recommendations of the committee, Honorable Speaker, and they are quite far-reaching, and we would like these two acts to be operationalized so that the county can begin to see the benefits of having such a law being passed in this house. So with these few remarks, I wish to request the Vice Chair, Honorable Sarah Keino, to second the report.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I do arise to second the report. And let me just say something on this report. So we are just giving from the committee, this is the report from the executive. And it is upon this out to adopt it so that we beat the time frame. So, and if they don't respond, we proceed to the recommendation. So it is, I'm calling upon this house just to adopt it so that we meet the time frame that they give us. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Isaiah and Honorable Sarah, for that. I now propose that this House adopts the report of Implementation Committee on the implementation status of the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Act 2025 and the Nandi County Investment and Development Promotion Act 2025 laid on the table of this House on the 17th March 2026. Members, it's time for discussion.
Honorable
Yes,
Speaker,
Honorable Kagoni.
Judging on the mood and the way the chairman has well elaborated the report, it is clear as day. I recommend Chair to just put the question. I want to ask Honorable Salma to second.
I second.
Okay, before I put the question, clerk, kindly confirm whether we have quorum.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is not present.
Sergeant at Arms, kindly ring the bell for 8 minutes. Then I direct Honorable Bet Kapchorwa to kindly whip the members.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is now present.
Thank you, Honorable Clerk. Honorable members, I now put the question that this House adopts the report of Implementation Committee on the implementation status of the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Act 2025 and the Nandi County Investment and Development Promotion Act 2025 laid on the table of the House on 17th March 2026. Will as many of the similar opinions say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 11, motion.
Honorable Deputy Majority.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to move motion of adjournment. That aware that the County Assembly is to be in session in accordance with the County Assembly calendar and approve in accordance with the Standing Order 29(1) and 2. Further, aware that the Standing Order 28(1) provide that the County Assembly may, by resolution, alter its sitting dates specified in the respect of the particular session. Whereas the Standing Order 28(3) provide that the County Assembly shall continue to be in session and may adjourn for such number of days as it may determine in the calendar. Cognizant of that, the members of the County Assembly are taking part in the report writing exercise on a number of legislative businesses, including and not limited to quarterly reports, and thereafter proceed on the recess, which is to commence on 2nd April 2026 and lapse on 4th May 2026, as approved by the House. Therefore, this House resolved to adjourn its sitting as from today, 25th May 2026, and to resume on 5th May 2026 in accordance with the approved County Assembly calendar. So I therefore request this House to adopt this motion because of the various reports which we will be having as this Honorable House. And I request the Minority Leader to second.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy, the Deputy Majority Leader and the Minority Leader. I now propose on the adjournment of the County Assembly as moved by the Deputy Majority that the same be discussed. Honorable Sang.
Okay. Thank you, Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Maybe to comment on the issue of the adjournment. And I've seen the way that has been moved by the Deputy Majority Leader, that we have the number of issues and the pending business that we are supposed to have in the report writing. And I being the chair of the liaison that had been talked about by the Honorable Tarabei, that I've told you that we need to discuss on such issues. So I want to encourage members that let us have the reports from every department so that we can dispense what we have before we come back for the same. So Honorable Tarabei, you've been talking about the liaison committee, and this is now the time that we are supposed to have the report writing. The members of the committees, you give us the reports during the report writing. And also, I'm also in charge of the coordination of this committee. So as I was in the seat in the morning, I say that on 22nd, we shall be having the committee of the All House. And that's now the time that the liaison committee must work. What I want to request you, the members, is that we'll also give you the SMS. You ensure that you come, and we require all members to be present, because this one touches most of our wards. And you know that this is now the time that we are almost ending up the term or the session, and we need to make things straight. So I want to encourage you members that on 3rd, 22nd, and the office of the clerk to facilitate all of us, let us come and discuss, let us come and ask a question, and also as in terms of our committees, the chairpersons of every committee, ensure that during the report writing, let us avail what is required, and so that we can make progress and do what is required of us. Otherwise, let me take this opportunity to thank all the members that we have participated from the time that we are here up to the time that we are supposed to go for the reporting, and then we proceed for our recess. So I know that we'll not get an opportunity to meet together during the recess session. As you meet with your family members and your electors, let me take this opportunity to say that you greet all of them, have the Pasaka, let us have energy, so that we'll be back on May. We'll be having a lot of energy for us to transact the business before we end up our financial year. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you, Honorable Sang. Honorable
Thank you,
Maindi.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Having seen and our senior members debated, have shared well on the motion, I request that, Mr. Speaker, if you could put the question so that, as per the mood of the House, I call Honorable Vice President to second on it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Whom do you call to second?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I second as per the mood of the House. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. I now wish to put the question that aware that the County Assembly is to be in session in accordance with the County Assembly calendar approved in accordance with the Standing Order 29.1 and 2, further aware that the Standing Order 28.1 provides that the County Assembly may, by resolution, alter its sittings, dates specified in respect of a particular session, whereas Standing Order 28.3 provides that the County Assembly shall continue to be in session and may adjourn for such number of days as it may determine in its calendar, cognizant of that the members of County Assembly are taking part in the report writing exercise on a number of legislative business, including and not limited to quarterly reports, and thereafter proceed on recess, which is to commence on 2nd April 2026 and lapse on 4th May this year, as approved by the House. Therefore, this House resolves to adjourn its sittings as from today, 25th March this year, and to resume on 5th May this year in accordance with the approved County Assembly calendar. I now as per the standing orders, clerk. Kindly confirm whether we have quorum, clerk.
Honorable Speaker, quorum is present.
Thank you. Will as many of the similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 12, adjournment.
Honorable members, this House thus stands adjourned until 5th May 2026.